I Don't Get It
Podcast. Hi, guys. Welcome to the I Don't Get It podcast. It's a ramble.
It's a ramble.
It's a ramble. Extravaganza. All right, they topped me.
This mic is so tall.
Okay. Naz has Jared standing by my side because she wants to talk about our first topic with him. It was announced today, the day that we were recording this, that Patrick Mahomes is making $110 million. Yes, that's
Wait,
did I say? What did I say?
$503 million.
Oh, you knew what I meant. I was just about to say $500 million. You guys probably didn't know that's what I meant. $510 million.
No,
$510 million.
No, it's a 10-year deal for $503 million.
$503.
Patrick
Okay.
Mahomes. And literally LeBron James, I was walking into the podcast, LeBron James tweeted him and goes, yo, can I borrow $5?
That's
and
funny.
I'm just sitting here trying to pay rent in LA. You know, it's not that expensive. And I need Jared to weigh in because I don't get it.
You guys,
Half a
wait.
billion-
This
half
is
a
without
billion
endorsements. You can
dollars.
tack another you could tack another 100 million. I mean, 500 million. Sorry, I'm really bad with numbers, especially when they're not written down. 500 million
It's okay.
for endorsements for him over the next 10 years, too.
I don't know about 500 million
that's a lot.
endorsements.
Okay,
but
come near.
I don't know about 500 million, but yeah, I mean, if he'll have a chance to be a billionaire. He'll be pretty close, which is insane. This is the biggest sports contract in the history of sports.
So
he's the
what do
highest
you-
paid player ever.
Is he good?
Ever. Yeah.
He's really good.
She knows.
And he's going to be really good.
But
That's
is
the
he
thing.
half
He's
a
young.
billion dollars worth good? Like when there's
Probably.
other people that are like also very good in the
it's-
In
league?
comparison,
Yeah,
yes.
it's supply and demand. It's sickening to say that, but according to the market of sport athletes, yeah, he's worth that money, which is insane.
Damn.
But also, there's incentives in there. Like, for example, every single year, he has a $1 million incentive to make the AFC Championship and be the NFL MVP. For example,
So he
if
gets
wins,
more?
No.
Oh.
That's a part of the contract. So actually, right now, it's about like $477 million. And then
Got it.
with the incentives, if
It's
he reaches
503.
it, 503. So if he reaches all the incentives, he gets $503 million. Insanity.
Once you have
Jared,
470, you're like, fuck it. Like,
Yeah,
I'll be
I mean, who
fine with
cares?
that.
After you make after $75,000, you are
Yeah.
the equal as equally as happy as someone that makes this much money.
How much is
Statistically.
actually, I think statistically it's like 73,000.
That's what she
I
just
said
essentially
75,000.
said.
Wow,
Yeah.
your numbers are off.
Wow. Wow. Okay. So you're right.
But yeah,
But
Put
wait,
this in
you're right,
perspective
too.
a little
Wait,
bit.
wait, can I just say one
I
more
just
thing?
want to put this in perspective really quickly. So, because obviously Tom Brady, greatest quarterback of all time, he's played for 20 seasons.
Can't go any conversation talking football without
But
mentioning
if you're going to compare Patrick Mahomes' contract, you have to compare him
Yeah.
with his peers, which
Agreed.
is Tom Brady. Tom Brady
But
over
Tom's
20 seasons.
always been low.
Yes, 230. So Tom Brady so far in his career has made $235 million. Drew Brees, 19 seasons, has made $245 million. Peyton Manning played 18 seasons, made $249 million. And Patrick Mahomes just signed a $450
So it's half the time,
million
twice
deal.
the amount.
Yeah, but now
Half
it's
the
just
time, one
he hasn't
tenth of the time.
Yeah, he
Oh, right.
hasn't even started.
imagine the amount of like the difference between playing in 2000 and the numbers that you'd be making in 2000 versus the numbers you're making in 2020.
I don't know. This is a huge I don't get it for me. This is crazy.
Yeah, I think it just puts.
But you know what's crazier? Oh, I'm so sorry, my love.
I'm gonna leave.
I'm so sorry, babe. But you told me about that baseball player last year who made more, and I don't even know his name. Patrick Mahomes. If everybody knows his name.
I just showed you that baseball's falling behind. No offense.
It's not, no offense, but if I didn't watch the Super Bowl, I would not know who Patrick Mahomes is.
You are the rarity here.
You are the rarity. The NFL.
No,
is
you guys live like in this East Coast football
All you have to do.
bubble.
I'm not trying to be a jerk. All you have to do is look at the stats. The NFL is probably 3 times as big as the MLB.
I don't think people that don't watch football know. Did you? You didn't know.
Of course, I know who Patrick Mahomes is. But
like-
also,
but,
baseball
like, did you
players
know
play a
anything
million
about
times more
him?
games.
Nobody knows who
Lauren
Mike Trout
knows
is.
about him. I had no idea who Mike Trout was, and he's making the same amount.
But he
Yeah,
plays a
Trout's
lot
taking
of
like
games.
4.
Yeah.
Like he's playing all year.
Well, baseball players usually have been the highest contracts of all time.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
this is the
exactly.
first time an
that
NFL player's
football's,
been
like more,
Okay.
more
yeah.
than a baseball
Okay,
player.
that makes sense. That makes
My
sense.
question was, how much of that is guaranteed? Like, what if he has a career-ending injury?
There's certain things in the contract, like, for example, Tanner, of course, was sending this because Tanner's a Kansas City fan, where after 3 years, I think Kansas City has an out due to injury. There's all these things, that they put into
yeah.
contracts. Mahomes has an out like, you know, in 5 years or some shit like that. I don't know. All these contracts, and plus they'll probably, like, if Mahomes, you know, starts sucking in 4 or 5 years, they can just renegotiate and rip this
And
up.
Jared, how much does he get a year? Is that split into like 10 years? So he only gets 503 or 4 or whatever split into 10, or does he get it all lump sum right away?
Well, the way they kind of navigate this, sometimes they backload contracts. For example, Joe Flacco signed a very, very big deal a few years ago.
Very big?
And
Gonna be
he
a
was
big
averaging about like $30 million per year. But in the first year, he only made 8. In the second year, he made 14. In the third year, so on and forth.
So
His
it's-
last year of his contract, he was due to make like $44 million.
Got it. So it's like all just as different. And
So it could be
varies.
backloaded. So that's why a lot of times guaranteed money comes up, because that's the money they're guaranteed to make. Comparably, a lot of contracts that are signed, players don't see the entirety of the money because it's fiddled with, it's backloaded. Like I said, like, sure, so if you do an annual of $30 million per year, they could give you $8 million the first year and then give you 50 the last year.
So what's Patrick's guaranteed?
He's guaranteed, I think, to make like 170 mil, no matter what. Like he could retire and make 170 million
So
dollars.
he
well,
should
that's
buy,
nothing. He's a
like,
peasant.
An $18 million house.
Yeah, I
That
mean,
would
he
be
could-
a reasonable purchase.
I'm really glad
I
we
think
did
we
this talk.
should
That was
also
very helpful,
say
Jared. High
that it's
five.
really
no,
nice.
Pandemic. Just kidding.
elbows.
Elbow tap. Oh, well, now I have.
I don't
corona.
know. This elbow thing is a little weird for me. If you're like that close.
Yeah, elbow doesn't make sense.
No, it's like, okay, you can pound me. Just pound me. My knuckles. Like these elbows.
I do toe tap with the shoes on.
I like toe taps. They're cool.
Yeah, that's better. That's
Thank you.
cooler.
Thank
yeah.
you.
This elbows thing is like the anti-cool to me.
Absolutely.
I can see that. You're
Thanks.
Well, then why don't you high five people and
No, I'm not saying I want my hand touched. I'm just saying the elbow thing is
Gotta
nerdy.
do the toe
I'd
touch,
rather
okay?
the toe tap.
Yeah, toe tap.
tap?
Toe tap, it looks cooler.
Looks like you're doing the
How
TikTok
many
dance.
times?
That's what someone asked me, and I felt so old. They go, "Are you doing the TikTok dance?" I go, "I don't know what that is."
There you go.
So you're telling me you're at some sort of cookout and you go up to like your aunt and you're supposed to be like, "Oh, toe touch."
Yeah.
that is
What do you
better
mean to
than
save
elbow-
lives? You can't toe tap.
Elbows, you get so close anyway. That is such a mom thing. Your mom
Maybe toe
loves
tap your girl.
elbows
I
too.
can't toe tap like my bro. Like I'm not gonna go up to Tanner and be like toe tap, bro.
Yes, you can.
Here's the thing.
Oh my
we
God.
don't need
Yes,
to.
you can.
We
Toxic
don't have.
masculinity. You can toe tap.
You guys, we don't need to touch when we say hello, okay? Hello, I don't
I
need to
know.
touch you.
Yeah.
That's like, as somebody who doesn't like touching a lot, like as a person, who's a touchy person, but only a touchy person with my family,
Right.
I am not minding this.
Listen, I also don't mind if the handshake goes away for life.
And
I
I
don't-
don't need to
don't need
hug
it.
I think
people
that
I
it's-
see
I
regularly.
don't need to say hello, a touch hello, but goodbye needs kind of a finale, you know? So a hug is a nice finale, like, all right, I'm out, you know?
I will say, going on these social distance dates, it is kind of weird actually to walk up to someone you don't know and
just
not
stand there.
Yeah, you just
Yeah.
stand it.
You
It's
just
kind
stand.
of bizarre. It's like, hi.
It's like,
Yeah,
what
I
now?
know it
You
is
kinda
weird.
need
No,
the
I
hug
know
to
it's
break
weird.
that weird tension.
Yes.
Like, it's so funny.
Look, it's definitely weird when you walk into somebody's house who you haven't seen in like 3 or 4 months, like when we did with Jade the other day.
Yeah.
And not give him a hug. But at the same time, I'm like, whatever.
If you're wearing a mask, can you give him a hug, or that's bad too?
I just why
You got
touch
corona on your
anyone?
clothes?
I don't know. I think it's unnecessary.
I don't think Corona
Human
goes from
contact
clothes to
is
clothes.
repulsive.
Wait, can I just say that Patrick Mahomes is really cute and has a very sweet personality? And
Yes, he's very endearing. I really
so-
like him.
he's the
as a
most
person.
Yes, and I
endearing.
take it back. I would know who Patrick Mahomes is if I didn't watch the Super Bowl. Okay, so I'm super excited to tell you guys about something that has just saved me so much time. So obviously a lot of us are at home. We're not really able to go out and shop right now. And I still have to do a lot of stuff on camera. So Stitch Fix is this website. It's a personal styling website that has saved me so much time and agony when it comes to online shopping. It is so, so cool. So you log on, there's a style quiz and it asks you, it shows you a bunch of different outfits and it's like, do you like this outfit? And you can say yes or no. Do you like this outfit? Yes or no. So it tailors it to you. Then you literally input like your measurements, what style you like, even down to the type of jewelry you wear, like gold tone or silver tone. And what's so awesome is that they send you clothes based on the answers that you input in your style quiz. And the clothes, when they come, it's like such a surprise and it's so exciting. And I actually loved everything Stitch Fix sent me. At first I was like, oh, I don't know about this. But it is so great and such a time saver and so convenient and such a great subscription to have, especially now because I know most of us are online shopping. And that's why I'm just so excited to tell you guys about it. So Stitch Fix is a personal styling company. They bring you the world of fashion and style and a completely different and fun way to find clothes that you will love. Trust me. All you guys have to do to get started is go to stitchfix.com/get-it. You set up your profile, just like I was explaining to you, like how I did it, and they'll deliver great looks personalized just for you in your clothes, in your styles, in your budget. And guess what? All you have to pay is a $20 styling fee for each fix, which is credited towards anything you end up keeping. And you can schedule it at any time. There's no subscription required. Plus, shipping, returns, and exchanges are easy and free. So basically, Stitch Fix does all the hard work for you. They make great style effortless for everybody, including women, men, and kids. This is not just for women. I know I sound really excited right now, guys, but I like genuinely am. So get started today at stitchfix.com/get-it. You'll get 25% off when you keep everything in your fix. That's stitchfix.com/get-it for 25% off when you keep everything in your fix. stitchfix.com/get-it.
On a completely opposite note, we discovered that we have an I don't get it this week, and that is certain ice cream flavors.
Oh, yeah.
I am, I only do chocolate, guys. I do chocolate, and then I'll do a soft serve vanilla, and I'll do... oh my God. Oh yeah. I'll do a mint chocolate chip, but only get this if it's green. Because I think it's
100%
cool if it's
agree
green.
with you. Fabulous. Only green. Fuck that white chocolate chip. There's no mint flavor in that.
Well, there is, but I want it to be green and look cool. It reminds me, oh my God, Lauren, you're going to freak out. Everybody else out there may not know what the heck I'm talking
Everyone
about.
else may not freak. It's a cartoon.
No, it's actually not.
A deep cut, and I can edit deep cut. Yay!
We need a soundboard where when Ashley goes, oh, it reminds me of, I go, deep
I'm
cut.
going to go deep cut. The rest of us will not understand what Ashley and Lauren are about to say
Please
right
fast
now.
forward for the next minute and a half.
That's
okay.
hilarious.
Go ahead.
Okay,
Go ahead, Ash.
so Lauren, do you remember we had those ice creams for our play kitchen, our
Yes.
our play kitchen?
Yes.
And we had an ice cream that we put a Velcro. There's a Velcro scoop that would go
There
on
was
it,
a chocolate-
and you can stack those Velcro scoops. And
The little
it
plastic
was,
one.
Yeah.
See?
And the mint chocolate chip was a green one.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
That
Facts.
looked good.
So anyway, what we were talking about is we don't understand when people have rum raisin white mint chocolate chip.
Well, it was funny because to me, mint chocolate. So I have a category of ice cream in my head is that I call old lady flavors, and mint chocolate chip is one of them. I'm sorry to offend anyone. So to me, mint chocolate chip. Pistachio, rum raisin.
Raisins.
Rum raisin.
Who wants raisins anywhere in life? Let alone
I
in
like
a delicious
raisins.
ice cream.
I
come
like
home
raisins
and my-
in bread. Raisin bread.
Raisin. It's the only
Yeah,
kind
raisin bread or
in
cinnamon
oatmeal or
raisin bagels.
yogurt. Cinnamon raisin bagels.
Cinnamon raisin bagels. But my mom, it's like, Mom, can you just buy Ben and Jerry's? And she would literally buy pistachio.
That's disgusting.
Pistachio.
And it's
What the fuck,
this
guys?
This is not what I want after dinner.
What about green tea ice cream?
Oh my
No,
God, everybody's
no.
in it too. Is it
I
the
don't like
avocado ice cream? People are eating
Ew.
avocado ice cream on the regular, and that's disgusting.
I will say when Froyo was in, I do remember dabbling or sampling the taro, which is I do
that?
believe is a family of the sweet potato.
Ew.
It was
Really?
actually bomb, but again, a sample I would not pay
No.
to have it in my bucket.
No.
But soft serve is, yogurt, frozen yogurt, Froyo is not a thing anymore. It's all about
Well,
real.
it is a thing,
It's
but
all
it's not
about real
trendy.
ice cream now, and yeah, if you eat those flavors, I don't know, I'm gonna judge you a little. I think
You used to think going to Yogurtland or Sweet Frog was healthy because
Yes.
you're eating yogurt, but I'm stacking with brownies, M&Ms, sprinkles, whipped cream, chocolate
Well,
syrup.
it's trick or treating at an ice cream
Yes.
place. It's I love
Perfect
Froyo. Let me not hate on it.
comparison. But then remember how the actual yogurt itself would be 150 calories. It
Yeah,
was
it's
actually
great
pretty
if you
good.
if you can control yourself.
Lauren doesn't get that I love a hard chocolate chip, just chocolate ice cream
Yeah.
with gummy bears in it.
Why do you get that? That sounds delicious.
why would gummy bears be in ice cream?
Well, because it's like I can understand the
Ew.
coldness and the texture, like
There's
a chocolate covered
something
gummy
about-
bear.
There's something about the textures together, and then just the fruity flavor with the chocolate.
I don't get it.
It's funny because that's actually not what I would go for. I go for
You get what ice cream?
Oreos and chocolate
I
chips
don't get Oreos in ice cream.
coconut flakes, and I put a lot of random stuff in there. And
You go to
the
get
graham
you get
cookies.
proper ice cream maybe like once a month, and you go and you get gummy bears to ruin the texture. You know,
I had a phase where I would only go to Pinkberry. I would allow myself to go to Pinkberry because they don't allow you to hold the topping shovel. They do it for you. No. So I was like, this is a little more probably proportional to the calorie intake I'm supposed to have.
Yes.
But the tart and the honeycomb at Pinkberry. Oh my God. When have you ever had like honeycomb on anything?
I think that sounds like an allergic
now.
reaction
Like the cereal?
for me.
No, it was
Oh.
like real honeycomb.
Oh.
No, the honeycomb cereal would have been amazing. Honeycomb sounds like an allergic reaction about to happen.
Honey, people are allergic if you're not eating the honey from your region of the world.
Wait,
true.
what?
Yes,
Lauren,
that
is
is-
that real?
Yes,
real.
Yeah,
Lauren,
there
it's
is
not
something to that.
real.
It's 100%
Everyone
real.
Google it.
It's about the pollen in the
Pollen,
area.
the pollen you are used to is what you eat. Like if you got
No.
a honeycomb from New York or something, you would be like have an allergic reaction to it.
That's not true because like when you travel and you have like honey at like hotels and
Well,
it's in the little
Ashley
jar,
had-
isn't it local honey?
Ashley had honey on a plane one time and
Here
she
we
almost
go.
died.
Wait, Ashley, that's not funny.
Not funny.
Well, I got like a little snack thing, or it was like a yogurt that I had.
Because she eats everything on the airplane.
Yeah, duh. So then I'm like, I had it, and then all of a sudden, my throat started getting really scratchy. Like my whole digestive system, which is usually when I have a allergic reaction, it has to do with my like digestive system, just gets like uncomfortable, and I can barely explain it. So it was like from my throat, like through my
Like
stomach.
swollen, like inflamed.
Yeah, maybe it was like a swollen.
Yeah.
So like tingly almost. So it's from my throat to like to my stomach and like intestine area.
Oh my God.
And it probably lasted like a half an hour to 40 minutes in like its intensity. And I texted my dad from the plane. I'm like, Dad, I think I'm having an allergic reaction to the honey that I had. And he like asked me his symptoms and stuff and whatnot. And then the weirdest thing ever was a couple months later, somebody goes, my friend sat next to you on a plane. And
Wait, you shared this story.
did I?
Oh, yeah.
And then my friend saw you texting your dad that you were having an allergic reaction. And I was like, wow, that's weird.
Very
They were looking
invasive.
at your text.
Very
Yes,
invasive.
on my
Remember
computer.
we talked about this. So invasive.
That's weird. Okay.
Yeah.
But having that feeling of being allergic and
In an
overthinking
airplane? Oh,
could
that's
bring
so
on
scary.
could bring on a panic attack and make
Yeah.
you think your throat is closing even more than it was.
yeah, that
Right.
makes sense.
Yeah.
That's so scary.
It's really scary to discover that you have an allergy on a plane. So
I know,
I haven't
that's-
had honey in that kind of form since. Like maybe like mixed into like something that already had honey in it, like those bars that I like.
Right.
Don't
What are those
experiment
called?
before going
Macro,
on a plane.
Macro. Go Macro.
Hey, you guys, shout out to Go Macro. They're amazing.
Wait, can we? I think we need to give a shout out to a company that we love so much that we've never talked about.
Perrier, but also what
Perrier
about
Slim Flavor Carbonated Mineral Water is. I hope you're listening right now. Ashley got me into them. I never
La
liked sparkling
Orange.
water. I'm drinking La Orange. That's my favorite flavor, but also pink grapefruit and also lime. But Ashley said that if you put lemon, like squeeze real lemon into the lime one, it tastes like a Sprite, and she's absolutely correct, and it's the greatest invention, and I think it should be called the Ashley Eye.
Oh, thank you.
0 calories, 0 sodium, all the flavor.
I'm
Perrier, but it's not. It's not a fucking ad.
Excuse me. Perrier.
La Orange.
La Orange.
You guys, I also
Guys,
want to
I'm
give a
obsessed
shout out
with
to
Perrier.
Ethel Ambrosia.
Yeah.
Because
Hell yeah.
again, you guys, that's our favorite summer Jello shot. It's an adult Jello shot. It comes in a
Push pop.
champagne push pop, so it's really classy. Check their website out.
I was
the
at-
girl's a fan, so I just wanted to give her another shout
Yeah.
out because she's an amazing product and she obviously has amazing taste.
Yeah,
Hunter's a very
clearly.
weird guy who like has his friends over all the time and like hangs out with people like all the time. So he's really weird. Okay.
No, that's
Yeah.
so great. He's social. I love him.
and people are over until
You don't
like
like
3 in the
that?
morning,
No.
and I'm kidding. I'm making a joke.
No, you're not though.
You're
You
not
don't-
joking, Lauren. You
Lauren,
always
don't
do this.
say
You're not
that.
joking.
You're
no,
not
I'm
joking.
joking. I'm joking in the sense like I know it's not fucking weird. I know it's
No,
a
of
normal
course it's
thing
not
to
weird.
do.
Lauren Lauren doesn't happen to like
I
hanging out
don't
with
like it.
people.
I don't like it at all.
Yeah, you don't like people. We know.
Yeah, that's fine, but I'm just making fun of him. Anyways, his friends were over, and then guess what? I pulled out the ethyl ambrosia. I go, guys, good occasion. And everyone, it was like 20 people, and we all went, huzzah! And we all had a jello
We're a
shot.
little loud, or Naz's laugh is screeching in my ears.
I'm sorry. Is my microphone way
I think
too
you're
loud?
a little high.
Okay, I'm sorry. You know
Sorry,
you gotta
guys.
put me lower.
Sorry,
Yeah,
guys.
okay, there
Okay.
you go.
Continue.
Sorry if I blow out your ears.
Anyway, we all did a nice huzzah, and then people got kind of fucked up. Like,
really?
yeah,
God.
So they're gone.
they're gone.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah,
All
but
right,
that's my
well,
ambrosia
that's-
story.
Okay, great.
I love it.
Here's a topic that a lot of women don't talk about, but nearly half of them experience it. It's thinning hair, and a lot of them experience it as early as the age of 40. And if you're one of them, I know it can feel scary and stressful, and that actually only adds to the problem. You know, stress and hair loss go hand in hand. But now it's time to take charge of your hair growth and make the next few months of your time, this time that we have, maybe a little bit more extra time, right? A little more extra time for self-care, and it's time to get thicker, fuller, healthier hair. 30 million women experience hair loss.
It's crazy, and most people don't feel comfortable talking about it. But like you were saying, Ash, on top of thicker, stronger hair without lasers or chemicals, what's awesome is Nutrafol's ingredients may also help you get a handle on better sleep, stress, skin, nails. Like, it doesn't stop at just hair. And the reason why I love it is because 77% of women saw improvements in just 90 days. And
That's
I'm an
insane.
extremely impatient person. It's so easy. All you have to do is go to visit Nutrafol.com and take their hair wellness quiz for customized product recommendations.
Yeah, so if you're looking in the mirror and you're seeing your parts getting wider,
And you're tired of teasing your hair to
Yeah.
cover it or parting it a certain way, and you're worried the wind's going to blow and it's going to expose you, start taking Nutrafol. Just see it as an experiment, and you'll see a difference in 90 days.
yeah.
And you guys can grow thicker, healthier hair and support our show by going to Nutrafol.com and using our promo code GETIT to get 20% off. This is their best offer available anywhere, by the way.
And it's spelled Nutrafol, Nutrafol.com, and the promo code is GETIT.
When you go to Nutrafol.com and use our code, you get free shipping on every order, and you get 20% off Nutrafol.com. Promo code, get it. It's the best offer anywhere. 20% off. Nutrafol.com, spelled Nutrafol.com. Promo code, get it, for hair as strong as you are.
So, Naz, I wanted to talk about Hamilton. She watched it yesterday on Disney Plus, and she's, of course...
So the three of us have never seen Hamilton. We've all obviously wanted to, just like the rest of the world, and now it's out
Yeah.
for all the masses to see.
And also, it's like $1 bajillion, so I've never seen it. And I actually bought tickets for me and my
it's
parents.
$1 bajillion to go see, hence Lauren's story. Tell what Hunter's happened.
I just posted on my Insta story.
Wait, but let me lead into it.
Yeah. Lead
I want to
into it.
lead into that now that it's out on Disney Plus for the masses, because it wasn't accessible, because Hamilton's so hard to get tickets to and expensive. All these people are coming out, like, you know, when you go to watch a movie and people are like, the book was so much better.
yeah.
Now there's all these I saw the show troll.
Yeah, I'm sure the experience
Yeah.
of going and seeing it was magical and iconic, and no one's taking that away.
I've never seen a movie of a musical that was adapted from Broadway, hence like Hairspray,
Only-
Rent.
No, but
I
this isn't a movie.
Yeah, it's just,
I know.
it's just a tape.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
anything that I've seen on a flat screen has never compared to what I've seen in the theater.
But I've never
But
seen-
however, Hairspray fucking close.
But have you ever seen a show?
No, that's the
You've never
difference.
seen a show in a movie form.
They've adapted to a movie, but it hasn't just been
This
the show.
isn't an adapted movie. This
You guys,
is
I
like
know it's just the show.
Yeah,
I
I've
know
never
it's the
seen
show.
that. I've
I
never
know.
seen that.
I
Have you
know.
seen that?
No, it's never really been before.
done.
Yeah,
I mean,
so you might like it.
It exists in the world, of course, but it's not often done.
People are saying, my friends that have seen it that aren't being annoying are saying that it is
Who
actually
aren't
10
being
times
annoying.
better to watch now at home.
Depends on
because
your
you can
seat.
see everyone's
Yeah,
face.
it totally depends on the seat.
And you can it's just way better. Like everything's so perfect and you see everyone's facial reaction. And I was like, damn.
Did they
I'm
film
so
this like
happy.
during quarantine?
They filmed
No.
it in
Oh, no.
2016
Oh, okay.
over the course of 3 days, and there were cameras in the real audience.
Oh,
and
there's a real audience.
And then there was like one day they shot just them. So
they
then
just-
it's that edited together.
So they didn't plan on this like being a quarantined release.
No. This was supposed to come out in theaters, and Disney decided to put it on
I
Disney
wonder how
Plus.
much
So
Disney
corny.
paid for that.
Exactly.
So, question: does this make people less likely to go to the theater and spend actual thousands of dollars to go see it?
Not me, because I have watched it and I am obsessed.
No,
and
I
the
think
hype
it'll
is
just
so
make you wanna
real.
go see it more.
And I
Yeah.
want to go see it more now,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
can't wait because I was supposed to go
Yeah.
in March, and Ashley and Jared were going to come with me because my parents were going to come, and then COVID hit, and then they just canceled. But the fact that you could see it with the original cast,
Yeah, that's amazing.
Is so sick. It
yeah,
is
it's
so
nice.
genius. And Lin-Manuel Miranda is he's my Beyonce. Like, he's Puerto Rican. He's just so genius. I love it.
So Lauren and I have always, and we really hope that we don't hold this grudge, but our favorite musical, I don't know if we talked about it on the podcast before.
I'm sure we have.
I mean,
but-
after 4 years, Bloody Bloody Andrew Jackson is a satire. It was a rock musical based on Andrew Jackson's life, and
Right.
it came out 3 years before Hamilton was off Broadway, I want to say. And Lauren and I just kind of
ultimate.
we're like, was the
cult
timing wrong?
Yeah.
That Bloody Bloody came out at that time, because if I watch this and I see that it's so similar, I'm gonna get really mad that Bloody Bloody didn't have its time.
Yeah,
But Andrew Jackson isn't in Hamilton.
no,
No,
it's
but-
still a parody of a president.
Well, Hamilton wasn't a president.
No, Hamilton wasn't a president.
Well, yeah, but it's still around.
a historical figure
historical
around
figure.
that time.
It's about our founding fathers.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
you got
it was around
urine and Bloody
enough
Bloody.
time,
Right.
similar
You got
time
John
period.
Quincy Adams.
I don't know. I don't know if it could ever. It's so
No,
genius.
well,
and
no,
dope.
but that's the thing.
That-
we
well, we have
believe
to watch
that
it.
Bloody Bloody is truly the most genius thing that's
Yeah.
ever been. So we,
ol-
anybody who's seen it, please holler
Yeah,
at
if
us.
anyone has seen Bloody Bloody and who has seen
and
Hamilton,
part of the cult following.
yeah, we
Okay.
need the opinion. But anyway, the little funny tidbit that I just posted was what's it fucking say? It's that meme of the kid who's about to explode because he has to say something. Usually it's referred to as needing to say you're a vegan meme. But it says people who paid $700 to see Hamilton on Broadway, trying not to brag to every single person who watches it on Disney Plus. Hunter, my boyfriend's dad, DM'd me back to that and goes, we paid $1,600 per ticket.
I can't.
And he goes, it was absolutely the best show we've ever gone to. Well worth the money.
I thought he said best 1,600 I've ever spent.
I've ever spent. So I thought that was very funny too.
is
But he
hilarious.
had to say how much he spent
I
because
know.
you gotta
Could
say.
you imagine? It's you spend that much and then afterward it's done. But it's also like a wedding. We spent that
Yeah,
much
when
and
you
then
think about
afterward
it.
it was done and it's just a memory. But some memories are truly worth that cost.
Yeah,
so
100%.
perhaps Hamilton is one of them.
I think it's just, I don't know if there's any piece of art that's been made that has had such a significant impact worldwide.
Yeah.
And the fact that he took American history and made it into raps that are sick, and all founding fathers are played by people of color, is so iconic
That
and
is very
genius.
cool.
See, that's
It's literally the coolest thing ever.
It's very bloody though, because you should have seen. Well,
Did they have?
no, they just the way that they made fun of the
founding fathers.
They weren't founding fathers. They were the
You
clique
got John
of
Quincy Adams. You got the second generation in there.
yeah. You had governors
Second
and it was more second generation,
Right,
Yeah.
right.
But they just the way that they made them is so funny. But they did rap and then
Yeah.
rock and then Bloody Bloody was
Oh,
rock.
I need to watch Bloody Bloody.
No,
then.
you can't.
There's just nothing
They just
out
don't
there
have
that,
it.
They
but-
don't
Okay, so here's my
even
this
on
is-
Broadway.net,
No.
they don't have.
No, so this is my
Archive?
proposal to
Wow.
all you Broadway people out there. If a show is closing, why don't we get a Hamilton on Disney Plus or on some other streaming
Just
service
record it.
that
I'm
is
gonna-
a
I feel like I'm
100%?
gonna throw up. I'm so nervous. I'm so anxious about Bloody Bloody.
No,
You're so
because
funny.
it's I don't want that. That's the only kind of art that you can't go back and revisit once it's closed.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
some shows are on Broadway.net and
Yeah, I
you could buy
know.
it's a subscription service.
I know, but
yeah,
not
big
all of
ones,
them.
Yeah, In the Heights. So what made Lin-Manuel Miranda
Yeah, I know.
famous was In the Heights. If you're listening, you don't know. And I can't find anywhere. And I've been dying to watch it because the movie was supposed to come out this summer. Now it's
Yeah.
coming out next year.
Yeah.
It's the only story about a Dominican person in big pop culture way.
Yeah, you can't recreate that.
And
And
I'm
film it.
I can't find it anywhere. All YouTube's high school versions of it. And I'm I want to watch I don't live in New York. Like,
Yeah.
I want to watch it.
Be happy the movie is coming out though, because
I'm
at least
so
you'll have it in some.
happy.
And you never saw it on Broadway, so it's
I
not like
never
you.
saw it. But
it's not
a
like
movie.
you forget
It's
it.
a movie, which I
know.
love, but I also want to see the show.
There's so many good. The movie adaptations are almost
Well, it'll
very
come out.
good.
When all this shit's done, they'll probably bring it back to Broadway if the movie's
Oh,
successful.
yeah, the
Oh
movie
yeah,
does
that's
well,
true. So then I'll
probably
go
will.
to New York and I'll watch Hamilton and
Yeah.
In the Heights.
Yeah. So, but like you guys,
So good.
isn't that like like why doesn't it go on stream?
Yeah.
Because
I'm sure it
apparently
will now.
there's like professional recordings
Yeah.
of all Broadway musicals. It's like in like the Broadway library or
Because
something.
that's their livelihood and that's how they have jobs.
But when it's
People
closed-
visit it. Oh, when it's closed, yeah, I see what you're saying.
when the show has been closed,
Yeah.
why can't we have something to remember it forever?
how-
like Book of
Love
Mormon or like
Rock of
yeah,
Ages.
yeah, Rock of Ages. Like, why don't we have that? That's so weird. Like, Rock of Ages, you'd say you have the movie.
yeah, you have the movie. we don't have a Book of Mormon movie.
No, there's no Book of Mormon movie. I never saw it.
like,
That
Lauren
would
Dear
actually
Evan-
that would not adapt to a movie.
But like
very
put
well.
Dear Evan Hansen the show up
Yeah.
online. Like I would love to see that.
Yeah, but it's
I
not
love
closed
Ben
yet.
Platt.
But Hamilton's
it's
not
still
either.
open.
Yeah,
Everything's
I mean-
closed now.
No, but I don't mean closed because of COVID. I mean
still going,
once the
yeah.
show is no longer running on
Anyway,
Broadway.
we'll talk to our Broadway friends. We'll make it happen. Don't worry, everyone.
I mean, it really
Yeah.
makes sense.
I can't. But can you guys watch it soon? Because
Yeah,
it's
we're definitely
so-
gonna watch it soon.
Daveed Diggs plays Lafayette, who I think is my favorite, and Thomas Jefferson. He plays like
Is
both.
Thomas Jefferson sexy?
And Thomas Jefferson has so much sexual appeal in Hamilton, but his like lines are just
Oh my God, I'm so excited.
I can't wait for you to watch it because it's also just the story. I didn't know much about Alexander
I
Hamilton.
don't know anything except for the duel.
He is a
You're
very
gonna
good man.
love it. Then he's so
Him and John
dope.
Adams were very close, and they really respected each other, even though they're on opposite sides of the bench. They were very cute.
I
really?
think
I
I
didn't
think
know
Jared
that.
and I should actually really watch the John Adams documentary. Not documentary,
HBO
the mini
special,
series
yeah.
Oh,
because
that's a good one.
we both like history
So good.
and all that stuff.
Cool.
Okay.
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 Well,
Anyway,
Hamilton.
so
I have
anything-
something else.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I've said this. Something I don't get. I know if you're listening out there, Lynn and Mark, I'm so sorry, but they
Who?
Hunter's parents. They,
Oh, okay.
They name their cats and fish
it's very
all
weird.
the same name.
No. What?
So there's
Excuse me?
there's Mikey 1, Mikey 2.
when Mikey 1 died,
they
Mikey
named-
2 came.
They made of Mikey 2.
No.
But then she has a million like beta fish, and then beta fish die, and then you
Yeah.
get another one. They have been like 28
No.
Mikeys.
No.
yeah.
Wait,
Wait,
but
the
Mikey's
Mikey's
the
the-
worst pet name.
Wait, Mikey is the cat and the fish?
Yes.
Mikey is an adorable pet name.
Are you kidding? Mikey's like
Mikey
the kid.
is adorable.
Mikey is a guy you play kickball with like at 3 p.m.
I've
after
never
school.
met a Mikey in real life. I think of Mikey the cat just because you
There
know
you go.
Hunter's cat
You're
from
used to
like high
Mikey,
school.
yeah.
Why did he name him Mikey?
I think it's
I
cute.
don't know the origin of Mikey, but I think it's so fun. Like I could never imagine naming when Gergie passes away, naming another Gergie. You know?
so weird.
So it's not weird. Something you don't get, eh?
Yeah. Well, that's actually I have many thoughts on. Actually, everyone's been asking thoughts on our last podcast.
I was going to
which
say,
we
I think this is
haven't-
probably the time
Yeah.
to talk about it.
So, damn, I don't
Where
know
to start?
Where do I?
start with like the things that you texted
Right.
us last week? I
Right.
can pull them up.
Well, there's-
so
I
March
know them.
15th.
Yeah, so I know them in my head. So basically, if you guys didn't listen to last week's podcast, we had Monica the Medium on. 2020
It's a must listen. Like if you've ever listened to one of our podcasts, make it that one.
Yeah,
If you're ever
it's
going
so insane. She, I have a cousin who passed away in 2014 of cancer, and I've never talked to him about like anyone. I didn't even make it to his funeral. I felt like a lot of guilt about it. My brother was really close to him, and me and my brother are going through stuff. So it was just really interesting that he came through. And I actually haven't, it's really hard to put into words, but I've been so busy that I haven't had time to really process how I feel. I'm actually going to do that this weekend when I'm like out in nature. But it's just so crazy because he came through to her and he knows how religious our family is. Like he literally told Monica to tell us, like, I know, like, mommy and papi aren't going to believe this. And so as soon as we recorded, I was driving home and I told my mom to call my aunt and uncle because they live in the Dominican Republic and to tell them to like stay awake because it was already evening here. And I told them about this and then, and I was like, I'm going to upload the file when I get home on my computer, but I just want to make sure you guys stay awake. And so then when I got home and I was uploading it, they texted me and they were like, we don't, we're very devout and we don't know like if we believe, but we're very eager to hear like what you have to say based on like what you're saying. So I was like, oh, like I knew this was going to happen. And so, yeah, they listened to it and they called me and they said that they were holding hands and they were crying. And my family's very private and very religious. And like, I choose not to be like, I'm very open. I have a podcast. So I'm trying to like walk the line of like just sharing. So I'm going to share a couple things with you guys, not like everything, but basically
can we at least say that like everything that you told Monica, I don't really know, I'll have to ask, was like confirmed.
Was like so confirmed. I can't even describe exactly, Ashley. So basically the first thing she said, Monica kept saying there's a watch. And my uncle texted me a picture of a watch and he said, this is the only thing Pedro left me when he died and I wear it every day. And I was like, oh my God. And then I was like, she kept saying March 15th. And he goes, yeah, that's Pedro's birthday. And I was like, oh my God, like I forgot. Like, I don't know. I have so many cousins. Like I don't have them all memorized.
I wouldn't know when our cousin Sarah Malvina's birthday were.
Oh my God, that's like his birthday.
Yeah.
And then she kept saying that there was a photo hanging up in their house that she sees of them. And like Monica's exact words. Yeah, she was like, they're on a mantle. She's like, I can't tell if it's a painting or a picture.
And it looks like both.
And it looks like both. And his best friend made it for him. And it's hanging in between his sister and his brother's room. And I think I'm going to post a picture of the watch and the photo in the Facebook group after this podcast goes up.
Okay.
But it was just so insane. The last thing I'll share with you guys is that
goosebumps all over again.
The woman that he was dating a girl and she just recently got married. And so he told Monica, like, I know she's moved on. They actually never met in person.
It was just like a phone.
It was like through phone, right? Instagram. It was sort of that relationship. And she's the one that listens to his voicemails all the time. Because she kept saying someone's listening to a voicemail.
And then didn't she say like, I think that she moved on and she's happy and
yeah,
like,
he was like, I know she's moved on and happy for her, and she just recently got married.
So crazy.
So it's just, I've always, like I said, once you grow up Catholic, you're always Catholic. Like I believe in God. Like I have spirituality. Like I've always believed in an afterlife. But I think when we were all interviewing Monica, I was just like, okay, this is one person's opinion on afterlife. Mm-hmm. And then that happens and it's so life altering. And you guys were here with me. And like, I feel like no one I've told believes it as much as you guys do because you were here next to me.
I want to know what the listeners, how they've responded to it. Because when we tell people too, like I'm excited to tell people.
Can you Google Naz and her cousin? Can you?
That's what my aunt and uncle thought too. Because, they're Dominican Republic. I'm like, the niece that went to Hollywood, and they think that I probably talk about things all the time. And I'm like, I've never mentioned. This was before I even met Ashley.
Yeah, we didn't Lauren even know. I were like, oh, I didn't know she had somebody who died because he died before we were friends.
Right. And I've always carried that guilt. And now I'm like, well, now that this happened and it was so unexpected and I had no idea. Honestly, guys, I thought like my grandma, or I've lost my 2 grandmas in the last 2 years. And I was like, I thought she was going to come through and yell at me. So my heart, that's why I was like, my heart's beating. Yeah. Like, I don't know.
But it's very
but it was
interesting
him.
that you said your heart was beating even before she started reading.
Yeah.
You were nervous.
I was so nervous. And but I don't know if I thought it was my grandma. And then it was just so him to like be laughing and be like, isn't this cool?
I know, like, I liked his personality through her.
He's the best. And he just knew that our family's so religious. And so I think his mom has found a lot of peace. I don't know. I haven't talked to her. She was like, I want to sit with this. So I'm going to call her again this weekend. But she's more looking at it as like a sign. But his dad and like his sister and everything is just.
If we had I wish we recorded the video.
I know we didn't record the video on Zoom, but either way,
I know either way you can hear. But watching her be like, someone's here, and like literally imagining him like whispering in her ear, kind of.
Yeah, But so like I was saying, we were interviewing her, guys, and I believe in an afterlife. I believe in aliens. I believe in a lot of stuff. But now I'm like, this isn't a belief anymore. It's more closer to fact. And that's I think that's what I need to process. Like, this must mean that everything Monica said before he showed up is true about the levels and the soul contract. And I'm not telling anyone that's listening to believe that. I'm just saying when it happens to you, you're kind of like, fuck.
Yeah.
This is real.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's
I agree.
insane. Yeah. And a lot of listeners actually have reached out. This one girl reached out. So sad. She said she was listening and her father passed. And she really like wanted to connect with him. and she messaged all three of us actually on Instagram preemptively because she was trying to see if I could put her in touch with Monica.
But
it was before Monica admitted that she doesn't do readings anymore, and I felt so bad. And but she said so many people are like, I'm finding so much peace. Like this means that my mom's around.
Yeah.
So I hope people just know that like they are around and they come. Oh, and you know how he came through music? So Pedro was a DJ before he got cancer.
Yeah.
That was like his, like Jack. Yeah. So it's like he loves music. It's just so crazy. It's crazy. Like, what do you guys think?
I think it's.
Do you think there's levels? And she said there's no hell. Like,
everyone I talk to and talk about this experience, they're like, "Cool." I'm just like, "Shut the fuck up!" It's amazing.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
It's crazy.
There's just no doubt about it. No doubt about it. I mean, the no hell thing is very nice.
I mean, I kind of like that. I believe that. I'm okay. I believe that.
Yeah. Right,
I mean, the thing that just lingered with me the entire time is like, wait, so we get to be reunited with our family and the dogs?
Yeah.
It's like very cool. She like said, you're there with your family. And I was always like afraid of reincarnation. Like, it's like, oh, well, what if when I get there, they're not there anymore because they reincarnated? If that was a thing, because I mean, I'll always be open to like the thought of it, but like I didn't like that idea necessarily.
Did she say if your family member could be on other levels? I remember you asking her.
Yeah,
what did she say?
But I don't know that you're not reunited if you're not on if you're at different levels. Like in some way, you might still be.
Might still be reunited.
Yeah,
it's cool that he had like gained his weight back and grew his hair back.
Yeah,
It's just I don't know, guys. I'm like shaking. It's so. What
I
does
guess
this mean? It puts so much. It's so hard to put into words. That so much of my life is put in perspective. Like just this year in general, everyone's going through stuff. Like, is what we worry about? Like, does it really matter?
No.
Can we? Yeah. I don't know. And then my friend that lost her dog recently said that she also got emotional when he said he was up there with a dog. And so it's like if you've ever lost a dog or a pet, it's like they go to like all dogs go to heaven.
Well, you know that I heard Lucy's footsteps, remember?
Yes.
When she just passed, I remember I woke up to like her nails on the kitchen floor twice. And then I just remember it was like 3 days after she passed away, and I was in a hotel filming something, and I remember I went from like lying down on one side, like crying about her, and then I flipped over to like my other cheek, and like she was there,
like right there,
like I could just like feel. Lauren's crying.
crying.
But like it was like I like felt like a warmth and like I smelled her breath. It was like super crazy.
I feel like
so that was very comforting to me. Those
I
couple
feel like
moments.
when you get to heaven, Ashley, like I feel like I already know Lucy's gonna be like the first one to greet you. It's almost like when dogs wait on the other side of a door. You know what I mean?
My eyes are burning.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
Why are they burning?
They always burn when they start to well up.
Guys, I'm sorry. But you know when dogs wait on the other side of a door for you to come home? Like, I feel like she's going to be, like, the first one.
We're going to have a lot of dogs by then, hopefully.
I know. You guys have, like, you have your own section of heaven with white little dogs.
This herd of little white fluffy dogs.
Oh, God. Okay.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, I can see
crazy.
it. I can see
I need
my
to
little
read.
baby
Very hot in here.
Lucy.
I'm sweating.
Very sweaty. Okay.
I need to read Monica's book, though, on everything.
Yeah.
I want to know more about soul contracts and stuff.
Jared hears about Lucy every single day. It's like he must think it's like the weird. He's like it's the weirdest fucking thing. He's like I hear this dog's name every single day.
I thought it was the coolest thing about
years.
you when I met you on Paradise.
But I met you on Paradise when Lucy was still alive.
I know, second Paradise.
Yeah.
When she
when she came through the clouds.
No, but she was in the episode.
Yeah.
It was the best.
It was the greatest dedication
and
anybody
then
could
Wells
ever have.
walked down,
Picture of her, though.
Wells walked down the stairs.
It's weird now, right?
I don't know. I think it's like so great.
No, Lucy in the clouds will never be weird. It's funny that it's associated
Lucy
with
in
that.
the sky. Lucy in the
Lucy
sky.
in the sky.
Oh,
How cool.
Such a
How
good name.
cool.
Was there when I have questions for you guys? When it was happening, was there someone that you guys wished had come through that you guys wanted to talk to? I feel so bad.
Lucy and
No.
Grandpa.
Yeah, Lucy and Grandpa probably.
But
like, how cool would it be if Lucy came through?
well,
that would be very weird.
but it probably wouldn't be as definitive.
Yeah.
like,
Can
'cause,
dogs
like how
translate?
well dogs apparently yes. She says they can come through pretty clearly, but,
but
like
what are you going to say? Like, I miss
You
walks.
treated me
Like,
so
do you remember
well,
when
and
we
I'm
did this?
okay.
Yeah.
And like, do you remember like that on the bed or something like that? Is like the kind of stuff.
That
I
would
think.
be insane to hear.
Yeah.
What if Grandpa came through and just said "kissy fur"?
Well, then
That would be
absolutely.
abso-freaking-lutely.
What's kissy fur?
It's this VHS he got us when we were younger, and it was like so off-brand. Like, wasn't Disney? I don't know who
like,
created
Kissy fur?
Kissy fur. Like, he got it literally from a side of the road from a box.
Like
okay?
definitely like in like the grocery store like,
Yeah.
like
It
container.
sounds like a Thumbelina or like a
It
random
was
deep
a
cut
bear
like that.
and his dad escaped the circus.
Oh my god! Please don't bring it up.
It's very cute, and they make a home in the forest all with their friends. And
But they were separated from the mom. Remember?
separated from mom and
Wait,
mom's
wait.
in the circus.
Deep cut.
Deep cut.
Wait, I need to write this down. Kissy fur.
Kissy
Oh, I
fur.
can't even bring it up.
Anyway,
children's
I
stuff.
didn't like it when he was alive because I was like, this isn't Disney. This isn't like, I don't know what this is.
Right, like,
I was
it's
a little
weird.
brat, right?
Yeah.
And then
Did
when
you
he
really not?
died,
I feel like
but when he died, and then I
gosh.
watched it, and I was like, this is really cute. And I was like, this is really cute.
Oh, it's like Kissy.
Oh my God,
Fur,
help me,
There you go.
1986.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he's the cutest little bear ever.
It is.
It'll be the first
The
thing that
cutest
my
story.
kids get to watch.
American.
Oh, but it's
it's
so-
aired on NBC, which you know what that means when Peacock launches. Maybe
I don't
Kissy
know
Fur will
about
be on
that.
there. Yeah, it's gonna have all their.
I'm heartbroken just watching this.
Oh my God, they found clothes from a
Well,
trunk in the woods.
when Grandpa
What?
died, I had a similar reaction because one
What's your
time,
grandpa's name?
Dominic.
Yeah, that's Dominic.
Oh, Grandpa Dom.
Yeah.
That's so awesome.
Really cute.
I painted his face once, and then I scared Lauren.
Aw.
Because I made him look like made him look like a Monet,
It was very scary,
and
but
Lauren
very,
like ran
artistic.
away.
A Monet like painting.
Yeah.
Oh, I was like, what?
And then there was another time I remember I didn't want my mom and dad to leave the house. They were just gonna like go run like some errands and like get a break from us, and
Right.
the grandparents are gonna take care of us for a little while.
Right.
And I said, no, you can't leave because Grandpa's mean. But it was like Grandpa was never mean. Like
You
he
just
was,
didn't want them to
I just
go.
didn't want them to go, and that's like
Right,
what I
'cause you
said.
love them.
So
And forever I feel guilty. And it
Guilty.
stays with me. And that was from first or second grade.
No, I want you to not feel guilty
I
about
know.
that.
like being a grandpa and it's like your grandkid says you're mean. You're gonna think about that.
Yeah, I think so. But then again, kids say stupid things all
Yeah.
the time.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
Say
I
the
wouldn't.
darnest thing.
Yeah.
Like if if my kids said that about dad
Lauren's mean.
when I was about to like leave the house, like I would
Like,
also
he
know.
is very scary.
I would. No, I think I would be like,
Scary.
they just don't want me to leave. Like I had like,
Right.
you know,
Yeah, like
they
you're
just didn't-
smarter.
Yeah.
Oh, don't feel
I hope.
guilty. You
I do
love
feel
him.
guilty.
Don't.
It's
really-
I don't think he ever heard that. Actually, I don't think he ever
well,
heard
now
that.
he
It
did.
was
He's
some-
in the room right
no,
now.
but it was something that I felt guilty for saying to
Right.
my mom for
Right.
just so ever until now.
But it's interesting because even I did hold a lot of guilt because I don't make it back for funerals. Often,
Yeah.
Like I don't know. It's weird. You would think because I'm such an empath.
Right.
I think I like to like grieve on my own.
yeah.
But
That's fair.
also, I would have gone if I had the time and like wasn't launching stuff or like working. But
now
don't-
you know you could literally talk to them and grieve anywhere because they'll be there.
But it's also cool that they just like know and watch. Like, remember when he was like, you keep taking on like new projects
Yeah.
and you need to stop and go back and like connect with your roots. It's
this
like,
is a
that's-
question. I have a
That's
question.
so true.
Do they like watch us have sex and masturbate?
Lauren.
They know everything.
Lauren.
Well, they probably don't really care.
As if I needed a more
They're
reason
not, like-
to like be nervous about orgasm.
I guess I have a question going off that. Do you think that they're like in visual form?
What do you mean?
Like
like as
is
like
it
a
like
standing
in
ghost?
Ghost, like the movie?
Yeah.
Patrick Swayze, like he looks when he goes up to heaven, like he starts taking like on a spirit form.
Yeah,
It's
we
like
need
that's
to
what-
watch that again after this experience.
Is that what they look like? Like, do they look like themselves, but in like a glowy, more like mystical form? Is it like
I would hope I look like I do with that new filter on Instagram.
the California one?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
You guys love that top
I
Californian,
love
and it
that.
makes me look crazy.
Well, that's because your lips are and your eyes are already big.
Is that why?
Probably.
It makes me
It's
look
all about the
insane.
lips.
I keep seeing you guys use it, and I was like, I want to look pretty, and I put it on, and I was like, oh, it doesn't work.
I almost hate that filter because it makes me hate myself even more in real life.
God, you guys
agree.
are prettier. I think you guys are prettier without that filter.
No, I'm like, how do I get myself to look like this filter? It makes
this
me
is why
look.
Jared hates us because we went from Afterlife to Instagram filter in a
So
millisecond.
sorry, I'm an insensitive.
I hope
No,
to have
I'm
like
not
a glow
insensitive.
around me, like Mary.
Yeah, you look like you did when you did that photo shoot for Halloween.
I hope that we were like fabulous, just clothes.
but
up
you
there.
feel like you're wearing sweatpants all the time.
Like that's what I kind of mean.
No,
like,
I
is
want-
it like
I
what's
want,
the
like,
environment like?
I don't know.
And what do people look like? Are they walking around? They obviously don't have to run errands and stuff. So what do they do? Just like float around and sit on clouds and talk all day?
Well, that's the thing is, they have to try and get to a different level, right? Isn't it? If there's different levels, what does that mean?
Oh,
Did you
they're
guys
doing-
watch Upload on Amazon ever?
No,
I wanted to
no.
bring it up to Monica. If you're listening, it's an incredible show. It's made by Greg Daniels. It's kind of a rom-com, and it's about this girl who is in contact with a guy in the afterlife, and apparently you pay for your afterlife now while you're alive. And like you have different levels. So if you're rich, you get to go to like this incredible afterlife resort, and if you're poor, you're like you don't, and you can run out of like gigabytes in memory up there. Upload is so good, and Robbie Amel's so dreamy. You would love him in it.
That reminds me of some
Okay.
other movie.
How
And
many
she falls
episodes
in
is
love
it?
with him, but he's in the afterlife, and
Oh,
she's sort
really?
of like his guide through the computer. There's a company, that like tracks.
That was like that one
Yeah.
dream I had where my dad died, but I was able to text him. I was only able
remember
to
we
Wait,
talked
you
to the
said
dreams?
it. Yeah, you
Yeah,
said
oh, that's what I
that.
told her about.
And
Yeah, and
analyze
then
or
she was like,
whatever.
"Do you go?" That's right. She was like, "Do you go to your dad for like financial
advice.
things?"
So weird.
That's super
We
weird.
need to have the
That-
dream lady back on.
yeah, I know she was great.
Wow.
wow, guys.
Well, do we address the elephant in the room?
What is it?
Lauren's
moving.
No.
What do you mean? what is it?
I've just moved out of my apartment. Everyone I think knows that.
No, you have not said it on the podcast, Lauren.
Okay, I moved out of my apartment. I'm going back to Virginia, and we're gonna be fine, everyone. I'm gonna come back all the time.
She's not leaving the podcast. We're
I'm
just
not
going to have
leaving
her
the
on
podcast.
Zoom, which is
I'll
not
do it
going to
on
be
Zoom.
as
We're
fun.
I'm
but-
gonna come back. We're gonna bang like 2 podcasts. Will be great. There'll be chemistry. It'll be fine. I'm coming back for my beauty treatments every 6
I'm
weeks.
not even concerned about that. I'm just scared. Ashley's not concerned at all. She's like, Lauren and I don't go 6 weeks without seeing each other, which I know is true.
No, we actually, I think when we lived apart, because everybody's like, oh my God, how are you guys going to do this? Oh my God. And I'm like, well, as much as I feel like I could get emo about it, we've done it like 4 times before, and we've never gone more than like a month or 3 weeks without seeing each other.
Yeah.
But
And
that's
then-
why I'm emo about it, I think, because you've experienced it, so you know it's not that big of a deal, but I haven't. And to me, I'm like, oh, I'm losing one of my best friends in LA, like, is moving home.
Well, you may not see her as much as me because I'll be
Right.
going home part of the time.
Exactly. So, yeah.
I'm seriously.
That-
when
how
I say,
could I not be
when
sad
I
about
say
that?
I'm going to be back every month, 6 weeks. I'm not kidding.
Okay,
No,
well,
I
we'll
know
see
she's
then.
not
She
kidding because I
recorded
know
it.
that beauty calls.
Oh, cool. I love that you're coming back for filler and not for Naz, but fine. Okay, cool.
Oh my God.
The thing
No,
is,
I'd
she
li- I'd
can't
really
get
love to
injected
hear.
over
She's
the
got,
phone.
yeah, she can find someone in Virginia, and then
No,
we're
that
screwed.
shit is so expensive. First of all,
In
Virginia.
I know you
it's
spent like
insane.
$800 on
Oh
Botox,
my
right?
God.
I think
That's
it's because like
crazy.
everybody here does
It's
it. That like
oversaturated
it's
here, so you got to be competitive.
Yeah,
supply
sure.
and demand.
Supply and demand, like,
Yes.
the supply is so high here.
That's what it is. Yeah, it's like I do $9 a unit. I do $8 a unit. You know,
Damn,
there it's
dude.
fucking $16 a
Dude,
unit. We
Lauren
can't do
got
that.
her forehead injected
Maybe
before.
you should go to school for that and start
No,
injecting
I,
people over there.
I that would be mine, and then Lauren and I could have
You
a
would be
dual
so good
salon
at
where
that,
she does
yeah.
lashes and hair, and then I could do like injectables.
and I'll get them for free, right?
But like
Yes.
I think like the only thing that would really stress me out about going to school for that stuff would be like, what if I just don't have a natural skill to do that?
you do.
And,
You have a great eye. I think
and
you'd
like
be
I would
great.
never that's so much responsibility. That's like maybe more responsibility than like
You never really
so
do
many other
anything with your
professions.
hands. Like you're not really like a hands-eye coordination person.
I'm not a hand-eye.
So that's a
coordination
problem.
person. Yeah. So
You have to have hand-eye coordination. For that
Yeah,
stuff,
you got to be like comfortable using your hands.
like a manual person.
You don't
Yeah.
use your hands for anything. You type all the time.
Typing is what everyone should fucking do on their own. You know, like
Yeah,
you don't
I
need a skill
guess.
for that.
I can't wait for it to play tennis with you,
All right, whatever.
Jared. What do you mean? That's gonna increase your hand-eye coordination.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, sure.
That's good for your future Botox dreams.
As long as I wish there was a tennis court with like shade.
There is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't say what it is on this podcast, or then everyone
Somebody will
go
start
there
taking
and then,
it.
Yeah.
Oh, the sun is what
But
kills
you don't live here anymore, so you're not welcome to come play tennis with us.
This is very rude.
You don't even like playing tennis.
If I was going to do one physical activity, it would be tennis.
Really?
Yes.
You've never expressed this.
I played in Virginia a couple of times. It's really fun, really
Yeah, I
hard.
know.
Why have you never told me this? I'm playing tennis now.
Well, it's because
I
like
just-
when
I
we
go,
say
hey, wanna go
play
play
tennis,
tennis?
I mean we
And
go
we-
hit
we
some
go-
balls,
Yeah.
and like I'm a fool. I'm not like playing
Yeah, we don't
tennis
really, like,
now.
keep
I'm like,
score
oh,
or
I like
anything.
to go
that's
bing
what
bong,
I
bing
mean.
bong.
You think I just started taking lessons in January? I don't know. I'm not Venus.
I would never say I play a sport unless like I was fucking awesome. I'd be like, oh, we can go hit some balls.
Yeah, but guys will say like, let's go play basketball, and they're not keeping score. They're just
but
throwing the ball.
No, I didn't say
around.
They
keeping
are
score.
keeping
I
score.
meant
Those guys
they
keep
guys
score.
keep score, and they're actually, you know, a
make
lot of them
bet.
are good. Like Jared isn't a pro at anything, but he's freaking at any sport.
Whoa.
At any
Shot to the heart.
sport. But he's really good at like every sport.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
Yeah, but so I'm mediocre at everything.
No, I don't know. I don't know.
My
about your
parents put
athletic
me in.
ability.
My parents put me in everything. They didn't keep me in anything.
I'm
your
below
favorite?
so I'm a
mediocre
bench
at everything.
player in every sport.
What was your favorite sport that you
my least
most
favorite?
enjoyed?
My least favorite, I could tell you, is soccer because
Okay.
I would like run all the way to the end and try and kick it in the goal, and it was so hard to. And then some loser would come up and kick it all the way back,
Yeah,
and
and
they'd
you
be
gotta-
like, "Come on, come on, come on!" And I was like, "I'm not running all the way
No.
down there. I just ran
Very
all the way
good.
down here."
Soccer made
Very
me
good.
no. I never played soccer like as in a league. Like my mom was not a soccer
You're
mom.
constantly running. That's miserable.
Yeah, but that's like basketball. You go back and forth like that.
the court is
It's-
half
I
the
know,
size.
I know.
And you have 5 other people passing it, and you're catching. This
you
one's
can
you're just
throw it.
running and running and running.
Soccer
in either
always
direction.
seemed horrible to me. I don't even want to put my own kids in soccer because it's like also you're worried about tripping over that ball
Yeah,
and getting
same.
like under the sole of your foot and like caught in between your legs.
That must be the most hand-eye coordination like
There's
feet,
no
leg
feet.
coordination.
feet
You know what I
coordination.
mean. You
Feet
know what I
coordination.
mean.
Wait, okay. So on the previous topic, Lauren, I want to know, like, so Lauren, you know, you guys, she's pretty antisocial by choice. She likes it. But, like, I wonder if, like, when she goes back and she literally doesn't have any girlfriends there and no sister, whether or not she's going to be like,
Crave it?
yeah.
Well, you need to not pick up her phone calls all the time because then it's not going to be a difference.
I highly doubt I'll crave it. Highly.
Yeah, I highly doubt you'll crave it too.
So you're not going to miss this, like what we're doing right
No,
now.
I'll miss this.
No,
I'll miss
but be
this.
honest. Like, genuinely, you will.
Will I be like, oh, I miss those times? I never feel that way. Wow. Unless
You're the most. You have the biggest heart with no heart. It doesn't make any sense. Like, I don't get you. I don't
She
get
does have, like,
Lauren.
the
I
biggest
I
get
don't
heart.
either. I'll be having therapy.
You cried over
session.
my dead cousin you've never met, but you're not even going to miss me, who you've sat next to for the past 3 years, talking about life.
I do miss it. I do.
You
miss,
just said
I
you
will
don't
miss
crave it. That's missing. Craving is missing in this situation.
no, I don't know that I crave it either.
Well, you have like 2, and this is your job, and it's also like work.
No, I definitely like. I like doing this podcast. Like, there's never
never
a moment
dread it.
where I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't want to do
No, but
it.
actually, if you moved home, you would miss this probably. You wouldn't?
I don't know because usually when I do that, like I know that it'll come back. Like I don't know how it would ever be
If it ended.
Like in sort of
Yes,
way, like-
100%. I would miss it so much if I knew it was done forever.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So like when we were on,
Because you take it
So
for
you're-
granted.
You guys are just less dramatic than I am.
maybe.
I think what I'm gathering is I'm dramatic. I'm
like when
this
we
is
were
the end.
when we were in
Yeah.
Virginia.
Yeah.
It'll never be the same.
If this was the last time, I would be bawling my eyes out. 100%.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But it
Yeah.
is a lot.
But it's
No, I guess
not.
it's not.
She's gonna
Yeah.
record here too.
Okay.
I mean, I just don't know. Like, it's gonna. I guess it'll be weird for me. I don't know. I'm just trying not to get emotional.
Well, to
but
be
I also don't even
determined.
know that I should get emotional.
Guess we'll find out.
I lived here by myself for a whole year, and I didn't even have a husband.
Yeah.
I was single as fuck.
Because you can be alone. and you love yourself.
Thanks. Do you guys know that I went from Jared being just my friend to shopping for wedding dresses in 6 months? I realized this the other day, and that is bizarre.
That's
It's very unhealthy for me to have you as a friend. Because when all my friends are like, you gotta go on another date, it's gonna grow on you. You can't have the guy that gives you butterflies is not your husband. I go, false.
Literally.
Ashley, example number one.
But
I
like
know
try
you're
to
the exception.
Yeah, but I try to tell Naz, I'm like, I think the butterflies should exist when you're not like in a solid relationship.
We don't got to get in the butterfly talk.
Okay.
We've talked about it ad nauseum. I'm just saying having you as a friend and an example is very unhealthy for me because I'm like, I want to fight for my knight in shining armor. I don't want anything less than that.
Are any of your friends... Who are these friends that are telling you this? Like, I know Caitlin said it on the podcast, but she was like, definitely, she said she wasn't she didn't need to jump Jason's bones, but you know that she like felt some sort of attraction.
Yeah, and don't feel
she
guilty
thought he was attractive.
Because my best friend ended up with her high school sweetheart, and my friend that sparked Heartbroken Anonymous is now going to marry the guy that broke her heart because she came to me that inspired Heartbroken Anonymous.
Right.
So to me, a lot of my friends have that fairy tale ending.
Yeah, I think most of them kind of are.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is when other people tell me no, I think of like you and those two friends, and I'm like, but I can have it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that sucks for me.
And I just think that you should probably give Mr. Big another whirl.
I was actually going to tell everyone that I am taking a break from dating.
I'm
taking I just came out into the world. And I just decided, dead cousin Pedro's right. Like there's a lot on my plate right now. And like the pandemic makes it weird and hard. So I'm just taking a step back maybe the rest of this month.
But you're not thinking that maybe like you should text Mr. Big?
I don't know. Because I'm dating people and I'm like, well, I have a better connection with Big. So I'm
know.
comparing them to, but then I have to remember who Big is and why that failed.
The only reason that he sucks is that every time you have a great time and hang out, he doesn't continue anything afterward.
No, the big reason he sucks is because he doesn't have a high EI, emotional intelligence, where he can't express his emotions. And I don't think I could be with someone that like I'd have to like beg them to tell me how they feel all the time and try and figure it out.
Every man is like that at first. Jared is the only time. Okay, yes, Jared is, but if it wasn't for me being like, I can send you off. Are you in a bad mood today? Are you cranky? Like, he admits it now, but like, he'll never be like, hey, can I talk to you about my feelings right now?
Yeah,
like, no. Like, maybe every now and then, like when he was super emo, back when we first started dating, he's right there. He's listening to me. He was like, he was way more emotionally open because he knew he had to be. But as soon as we like got together, he wasn't that emotional anymore. That's because he's a man, and like they don't volunteer them that often.
Well, the guys outside playing on guitar do.
What?
So yeah,
what guys outside?
I don't know, the ones on the sidewalk.
No, you're schizophrenic. They're saying everything.
You can't write off Big because you could write off Big probably because he hangs out with you, has fun, and never texts you, and then doesn't talk to you afterward.
But not for this reason.
But not for the like he doesn't express his emotions for me voluntarily.
Okay, what about the reason that like I have to do all the work, and that even if we were back together, I would then have to call him. That is, you guys know, that's
what
so
I'm saying.
unattractive
That's
to
something
me.
that you change.
That's
annoying, but you have to tell him.
No, I deserve someone that's going to come to me and realize how amazing I am.
I think he needs to. He's going to grow up.
I think he's at the point now that he's probably grown up. Like, doesn't he want to settle down now? Like, at this point,
I think you need to give it a shot till it's dead, or just have it be dead.
Here's the thing. You know, it's a truth that I'm realizing about myself. Yes. I think as much as I preach, like, I want my man, I want my person, like, I think I come off that I'm more dying to settle down than I actually am.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I think if it happened next year or the year after, I think it'd be totally fine as I am now.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
great.
I think 2020 freaked me out because I knew I was going to have so much time to date this year. And then COVID happened where I was like, oh, I got to get back. I got to get out there. I got to make up for lost time. But now I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I got to like want to do it and be in the space.
Well, it comes when you least expect it.
I mean, I want him, but I want like the right him.
You mean him as in Mr. Big?
No,
or,
whoever he is.
Well, I still think it's him.
Okay. Well, I don't think it's not him.
Okay, great.
But it's probably not him.
I just don't understand. I just don't understand why at a certain time, why like a guy wouldn't want to be like, you know what, I'm tired of like random girls and going out.
But
That
that's
doesn't
how
make
I
any
feel.
sense
So it's
to
like,
me.
shouldn't he then
Yeah.
pick up the phone and be like, "Hey, I'm ready. I messed up." It's like, I'm here.
I don't know. Well, you guys, that was the I Don't Get It podcast for today.
That was a great podcast.
That was a fun ramble. Ramble.
Let's get ready to
ramble.
Oh,
Okay,
that's
we
our
should
new
do
one.
that
That's
for
our
the
new
new.
one.
Yeah,
Okay, bye.
I don't get it.
Podcast.